Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my channel. Now, I usually stream about 2 o'clock or 5 o'clock, sometimes PM PST time. Now, I'm actually doing a quick video. I did one earlier, but it didn't work. Ugh, I know, crazy, right? Well, tonight, I'm actually going to show you a build that I'm going to be using for raids and for Nightfalls, which are pretty much mini raids or just harder to do with 3 people sometimes. Now, note that I'm a new warlock, but I'm pretty good at it apparently. I mean, I love running this thing. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to show you what my character looks like. Second, I'm going to show you what loadouts I'm going to be running, what tree I'm going to be running, and the usual, weapons and stuff like that. Now, this is all for max DPS, shield piercing, stuff like that. This is the one person that you want, one thing you want for a team that actually has armor pierce problems. I'm going to be serious on this. I've had teams before that have had trouble with this. But I'm going to emphasize this. Get your armor piercing mods. They need to be done. If you don't have them, it's pointless. So you got to make sure that you have it. I will also be resetting my artifact tonight. Sorry. Today. So, let's get to the fun part. Here we go. So, as you can tell, I have all 3 classes. Now, I'm kind of new to Hunter. I'm not going to lie. I don't really run him kind of there. But I love my Titan. Don't get me wrong. Come at me. I love PvP. It's my favorite thing for that guy. Also, Gambit, which I will talk about that another day. For Gambit builds, can be super hard and super confusing. PvP builds, I've heard many different theories. They are not easy, but they can be pretty fun. My Titan is pretty strong, but this is who we are talking about today. We are playing with our Warlock. As you can tell, he's got a pretty badass look. Excuse the language, but it is exactly what it is. He's got a badass look. I love my Warlock. I've been playing with him probably about almost a month now. And man, this thing is amazing. Now, obviously, you can see that I'm only a 1249. Well, guess what? I'm about to change that in like 5 seconds. Oh, there it is. I'm a 1250 now. All right, so this right here is the good, for me, this is a good loadout for me. This is pretty much a raid setup for me. Now, because I'm running a couple different things here, I want to let you know that some of these builds will not be necessary for you. You are probably not you're like, okay, well, what the heck am I watching this video for? Well, if you're not a Warlock main, then, it's okay. This is something to help you out for raids and for Nightfalls. So remember that. I will be grinding out more armor tonight. I will also tell you what weapons are necessary for raids. Now, I will also tell you that if you're running solar, which is what I'm running, make sure that you know what your role is. Like if you're clearing ads in a raid, or you're going for pretty much armor piercing, you want to be that guy that kind of hangs back a little bit. Especially, this is my job. This is something that I've been told is really good to use. So I took some advice from actual veteran warlocks because I'm new to it, and I've put it into my method of use. So, first things first, I'm going to show you what I'm using for my actual ability class. Which tree for those 2. Now, as you can tell, I'm obviously using Dawnblade, which is solar. Now, it's really cool to use this, and it can be kind of hard to kind of understand it. Now, for raids, especially raids, okay? Raids are really useful for getting really cool gear. Like, for instance, you can get your last wish. Let me show you guys feel that. Second. I don't have some of them, so unfortunately, there's nothing I could do. Let's go here. Let's go to Warlock. All right. So some of the idea things for raids is these only happen in certain, you can only get certain type of armor in these type of raids. Now I've already got some of them. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I don't really need it, but you know what? I'll check it out anyways. All right, where is? Whoops. It should be in leveling. End game. Ah, here it is. All right, so this one, the Bond of the Hunt, the Great Hunt. Now, hear me out on this. The Great Hunt suit, it's amazing, but only downfall is it's only available in Last Wish. You have to finish those raids in order to get these, and I just need the gauntlets, or the leg armor. Sorry, my bad. Only problem here is I have to do it again. Then I have the full set. Now, after I've done that, and I have all of the gear, I will be able to actually repurchase it and level it back up, which is always fun to do. Now, don't worry, even with the newest raid, which is Deepstone Crypt, you can still get it to the Forge of the Past. Some of these raids are gone, so that's something that is not kind of fun. But enough of that. We're not talking about that. We're talking about actual builds. So with raids, especially ones that I usually run well. Now, the reason why well is because it drops I don't know, it's something nuts about it. When you drop well, it doesn't even just empower everybody, it heals them at the same time, giving them a lot of DPS. Especially, you technically don't even need a bubble from a Titan, which is Void. Don't need that at all. You could run this all day, and man, it's crazy. So, I'm running Well of Radiance, which is the cool thing to use, especially when you're using Healing Rift, even though you may not have your ability, which we'll talk about how to get that faster later. The Healing Rift, it helps too, but when you have Dawnblade, which is your super, when you have Well of Radiance and you don't have a Titan, this is like your second result, second option. So you have Well of Radiance, which is great. Now, Flame, Guided Flame, kind of cool for melee. Now, downside of it is it's not that great. It takes forever to load unless you're like super good at knowing how to do your grenades. For me, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. I love it. I think it's amazing. But, you know, it's super cool. All right, healing and empowerment I'm sorry, benevolent dawn. Sorry, I can't even talk today. See, this is how new I am. Anointment of grace. Here's the thing about this. I've heard that it's pointless, but I mean it regenerates a lot. This is how I get my grenade like that. Especially if I'm in my Well of Radiance. When I'm inside it, I get it pretty quick because it's the same thing as Benevolent Dawn. You know, I mean it's the same thing. But when I'm running this in PvP, now I'm gonna say this now, I've ran this in PvP, dumbest idea I've ever done. But I had grenades like no tomorrow, so it was like okay, I don't have a problem. Plus, since I'm running Solar Grenade, which is one that just basically sits there and traps a person inside, especially if it's a Titan that's gonna rip through you, throw that out constantly. That's what I was doing, and it works. I got him pretty much. I took out Titans like no tomorrow, which is why I like being a warlock now. But then the last piece is divine protection. Now, I could totally, this is good too, because let's say, for instance, you have a Titan that's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, and you're in a raid, and let's be honest, you have like two other people that are down, but there's just enough for one more person to stay alive, and there is revives available, which are the revive tokens. We all know those dreaded things need to be more, but whatever. You hold this, and you actually you can jump up in the air and hold it in the air and hold up there for as long as you need to make sure that you see him in sight, throw it at him, and it actually launches really fast, gives him healing and overshield. So it kind of gets him just enough to get in the heals, get out of there, get his his overshield and whatever. And then you can pretty much just keep going about your raid or your nightfall, which comes in handy for this too because nightfall with this loadout is great. I've heard it. I love it. I run it all the time. I think it's amazing. Second, you're gliding. Hey, here's the thing about raids. Raids involve jumping. There are jumping puzzles all over the place, and everybody likes to call them the notorious thing, parkour, which is exactly what it is. Parkour is kind of it's the complex puzzling of making yourself agile to make sure that you can get around a certain area. especially when you have to jump from underneath something to a ledge that's directly right above you, which is kind of annoying and is kind of common. All right, now for PvP, I've heard that this is a good one to run, which is Burst Glide. Burst Glide is great. I've heard it can be really active for defense and offense. I just watched a video about this, so I don't really know about it. Icarus Dash. All right, so check this out. This one, let's say you're jumping the air, right? Well, tap B because it's going to push you to one direction of the area. It's kind of cool. I don't know very much about this, but Dawn Blade with this setup is amazing. Celestial Fire, have seen this in action, and oh my gosh, I'm half tempted to run in there and do it. Now, the guy that ran it, he did a really good play of it. Oh man, it was just amazing. Even with Solar Grenade, oh my gosh, it was amazing how he did it. He trapped the Titan, and then on top of it, he had a shotgun. So get me wrong, this is sweat mode. He said it too. He was, "This is my sweat build." Don't get me wrong, it's kind of cool, but he did actually. He trapped the grenade with the Titan with the solar grenade. Sorry. Then ran in there with the Icarus dash because he was almost dead. You know, he's like, "I'm half health. I'm going in. Screw it." He went in and actually got the kill. It was amazing. I'm like, dude, I wish I could do that, and I'm just a new warlock, so I don't give a crap. It was amazing. The downside of the bottom tree. Now I'm gonna go into this now because it's super stupid. All right, this is the best part about it. Killing an enemy with the everlasting fire, it does increase its duration, but there's really the only thing is this right here. It's basically you have this is a gambit build here, kind of. So is this, but this is more PvP and bigger DPS. This this tree is for raids and nightfalls, heavy nightfalls. I mean, if you want to go for the 100k and you have this guy or this person that knows what the hell they're doing with it, by all means. If you watch my previous videos, you would actually see, oh, this guy actually has what he needs to have to do a nightfall raid. No problem. I can hold my own. I love playing as a warlock now. I think it's actually one of my favorite characters now. But as you can tell, my stats are garbage, which is why tonight we are actually going to be grinding out some armor. Now, depending on what you really are doing, sometimes you have to clear ads. Not the best thing in the world, but unfortunately, it's what we got to do. Now, don't get me wrong, I just changed my armor. I will talk about this really quick for the idea of being a arc runner. Now, for arc runner, I've seen this and I have it, the getaway artist. Okay, now getaway artist is great. It just depends on really what you're gonna do. Now, if you want big DPS, really hard damage, go with middle tree because it launches a beam of chaos reach. Chaos reach, everybody knows, it just devours anything in your path. I mean, it's like a big beam of lightning, just oh, it's crazy, but it's so cool. But use if you use this while you're doing the thing, it will deactivate it. But anything that you didn't use, it saves it. You keep going. You can rebuild it all. It's kind of cool. I don't really do this. I usually go with bottom tree because it gives you out. It gives that arc soul. It gives you that extra person, that extra gun. Let's be honest, because it literally is what it is. It shoots like it's bullets. It's kind of cool. It's really interesting to see. But the one that I do want to say really quick is you could run a pulse grenade or your arc bolt. Now these are good for PvE raids and nightfalls. Obviously, if you're out in the world and you're in a tight spot and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die," and I don't want to die, and you're running this, throw it out, you got it, boom. But if you're running, let's say you don't have your well, which is your healing rift, which whenever I have healing rift and I drop it, everybody gets this little arc soul little ball thing. It kind of floats around and shoots over, pew, 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 you know, whatever. No, that was kind of interesting. I made a gun sound. Okay, anyways, when they have that, if you don't have that, and you have your grenade, are like, okay, I need to get my grenade, but I need more. We need more firepower. Well, this one actually consuming it. So you take your grenade and you consume it, and it turns into a little Arc Soul guy. He's like a little guy. Just for you, though. It's not for your team. So it's only for you. Really cool. Kind of fun to use. All right. Let's put on my other gear to show you. Oh, wow. I didn't know I had a 40. I mean, I'm running my stat set. So this is my PvE and PV. Sorry, not PvE. My PvE and PV gambit. Sorry, this is pretty much what I probably most likely would be using. Now, here's the thing about this: if I were to change one of these, excuse me, for a raid, everybody knows that right now Lamet is the killer sword at the moment. It is amazing. It has the best set ever. It does a rev to empower, bypasses shields. I mean, this thing runs through shields. You have a Titan? Ha! Run him into this. Bring it. It happens. Then we obviously have Xenophase. Phage, sorry, is a dope. It's amazing. Everybody knows this. I don't have to do it. You can watch videos after videos on YouTube. We know these are the top two right now. Okay. Fallen Guillotine, he's your baby brother. Okay. He's the baby brother to your Lamet. Fallen Guillotine with Whirlwind, amazing build. I mean, I think I actually, to be honest, Energy Transfer and Balance Guard, awesome. No need to talk, right? Okay, but I'm not going to talk about that. What I am going to talk about is this piece of armor. This armor. Now, I haven't master built it yet because I don't want to. I don't really have another. I have more of them, but I have to get them all from other places. This right here, which is the Phoenix Protocol, kills and assists you make while standing in my Well of Radiance, which is the piece for raids and Nightfalls. If I'm standing in there, or you're standing in there, and I get at least some type of DPS on the target you just killed, I get my super energy back fast, which means more wells, more DPS, and a lot more successful runs. Like, I mean, even if you had like 4 people running the same chest armor, man, it's awesome. Now, the only problem that I'm seeing, and I know you see it too, is my discipline. What the heck is going on with my discipline? Well, that's why you have your awesome mods. Now, I don't put my things on because I get my grenade anyways, so I get it like constantly. I don't need to go all out with my grenades every time. I'm not a grenade freak, but it can be useful if I absolutely need to put it on. I'll put it on. But right now, I'm more focused. See, like right here, I had no discipline and literally no discipline. I threw it on and it gave me 12, which is pretty good. It's useful. But the thing that kind of bothers me enough is what is being played on my other pieces. So, like, for instance, my stats. So, I don't have a shotgun, but I'm like, okay, well, if a shotgun is pretty much just special ammo, let's do this, because even if I don't have a shotgun, I'm still gonna drop ammo and whatever. I could throw a shotgun in both of my points, here and here, up here, both of these, no problem. But that's not gonna help me because I'm not. Oops, sorry, I need to switch this. So you can understand when I'm running a shotgun, you see that. Hold on. Somewhere. There it is. Shotgun ammo finder. So here's the thing about this. So my shotgun finder is great, but it only activates while I have a shotgun. So like this would be my PvP build, because I'd run with a shotgun, and I'm running Dawnblade, and I'm running Icarus Dash. This is the build to go with for me. Now, looking at my intellect, we all know this is what needs to change. Intellect would go instead of my recovery, because my recovery on this is amazing and I don't need it too much. Well, I could throw a 2 on and still have enough for that extra punch, which is good. It's not bad. It's just there. Now, the other part that what I was talking about before was your anti-barriers. Well, if I'm running my lightning, which is my Risk Runner. Now, dude, I just got this thing. I'm like, I'm in love with it. It's amazing. I love it. It's fun. Okay, and this thing it's nuts. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. It's literally 11:30 for me. Super tired. But I'm up to help you guys out, getting some good information me on my warlock and seeing how my progress is going. So, but because I'm running this and I'm running anti barrier, well, I'm also going to be that guy that sits in the back, kind of giving you that well of radiance, healing rifts, and stuff like that to kind of keep you into the fight and pushing ahead. So it's going to be helpful, especially if you need me right up in front of that boss and I have that well of radiance. Oh, it's game over. You know, that boss is going down pretty quick, especially if someone's running a Xenophase. You know, I mean, seriously, if people are running that Xenophase in Nightfall raids, especially Nightfalls and raids, I'm going to say this, that boss is going to go down quick. Now, for certain raids, you are going to need to have Xenophase. No exception. They will say, run Xenophase. But people are also going to say, okay, in certain raids, run Lament. Because, like, for instance, me doing Last Wish the other day, and having trouble with the connection issues. Destiny, Bungie, what the heck? This will come in handy. Sorry, this is gonna come in handy when you're going up against like the other parts of the stories of the raid. Like Last Wish, I did the one where we had to slice up a foot or something. You know, cut the cheese or whatever you call it. I don't know what it's called. That's my first time ever doing it. It was fun. I loved it, but I was like, okay, where? That's it. That's it. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go. So pretty much, this is my build. It's amazing. I like it. I'm comfortable around it. I know what I'm doing when I'm running it. I think it's amazing. I love the fact that my grenade comes back to me in less than a minute, which is pretty cool. My super ability can be a little better, but you know what? I'm happy where it's at because I'm running Phoenix Protocol. So it kind of is pointless to run a higher intellect than to put that here. But because of, to be honest, I could throw a discipline, mod on, and that would kind of help. But at the same time, if I did that, like I just did, there you go, my discipline goes up. But look, I'm only now at a tier 5. That sucks, dude. I mean, I don't really. It's okay. I mean, it's better. Actually, I might run that. I'll run it for a little bit and see what happens. But this is because now it just dropped at only 8 seconds more. It's like I still have to wait almost a minute. Kind of pointless. But whatever. I don't know. I just don't really care for that much. So pretty much all I'm waiting for right now is to get upgrade modules, and I'm popping these higher. So like especially this one, because I mean I could run this and switch it no problem, but the 7th Seraph gloves, I want them. I mean these have better stats than this one. My resilience, yeah, it's great, but it's like I don't know. I don't really want to go too far with it, and do that. So just like kind of like leaning towards not changing, don't change, type thing. All right, enough chit chat. I said I was going to change something on my build. I did tell you I was going to reset this too. Okay, so mods that are useful for people who are running anti-barrier only. I'm going to say this now. You do want to have some other ones that are useful too. Now, I run a lot of auto rifle. I have gnawing hunger. So, gnawing hunger is available to me. I have it. Now, if I'm running that, I usually run this or I run grenade launcher because it's Wither Horde, and Wither Horde is it causes blight, which sucks for Taken. Now I don't know why it does it mostly to Taken, but it comes in handy when you need it, and I use it. All right, so let's get to me doing the fun parts. All right, so as you can tell, I don't have my bonus reserves. It's okay, it's no problem. Work around this because I run. Where is it? Oh, I already have a mod that isn't a part of this. Excuse me. The thing. So for the the grade finding it. So I'm going to reset now. I'm going to show you what I run, which is pretty kind of toxic, but it's kind of dumb. All right, so obviously I'm running an SMG. That's an obvious. I'm definitely going to run that because it's super easy. But because I'm running my auto rifle, I want to run overload rounds. It helps to get that extra oomph. Sometimes, if you don't have an auto rifle, the anti barrier pulse rifle is great. But if you also have a stoppable, always good for having a hand cannon in the background, active. Always good to put that on too. Okay, so put that to use. Second, now this is where it comes in handy for especially auto rifles and stuff like that. It just depends on really what you want to put. I would probably use this one for PvP. That is. Unflinching hands. Dude, this thing can come in handy for PvP, like I said before. Let's see. Increasing my chances for finding shotgun ammo. That's an obvious. Let's see. Bonus reserves. Kind of useful if you're running into what you may call it. It's right there. Nightfalls. If you have those, good to use, good to have. Second, it just really, because of how long the Wither Horde is for reloads, you're going to want Grenade Launcher Loader. Kind of good to always have too. So, now that we figured that out, and I do have scout rifles, not always the best thing for me, but can come in handy. But I'm actually going to get Unflinching Hand. So, now comes the grenade parts. So, because some of my armor, pull out and back in, some of my armor is at least to a level 6. So, like, for instance, here. Where is it? Sorry. Here. I could throw on a machine gun ammo carry. Yeah, it's good, but I'm not going to go for that right away. Well, it can come in handy for me because when I have this on, Unflinching Hand, it will come in handy for me. I don't. It's for a PvP build, so that this guy can run a PvP build, no problem. Lit mode. Okay, so let's get back to the artifact. Now, Spoils of War. A champion is great, but that's really like if you're going into a Nightfall ordeal, and you're gonna run this. This is the way to go. But it doesn't just drop heavy ammo for you; it drops it for the whole team. Super helpful if you're a really cool person. Really fun to keep this in your back pocket. All right, let's get to the Surge Eater. So, Surge Eater, whenever one of the members disrupts a champion, like let's say for instance, someone's running that overload or that unstoppable rounds, someone messes them up for a second to where, oh, you hear that, yeah, the really high, it's like a chainsaw going off or something. Crazy. When you hear that, you just had somebody recharge your grenade ability instantaneously. Kind of cool. That's what I keep on. So, really useful, really helpful. Void melees, I'm not running Void, so I don't ever get that. I don't need it. So, thermal overload is obvious. If I have my grenade, I'm dropping that on him because my grenades it'll stagger him. And disruption, sorry. It'll mess them all up, it'll make them weird, and whatever. All right, so pretty much right now it's like, okay, well, I need to get to over here. I'm going to throw just something together. Well, because I have a scout rifle in my back pocket, I'm like, okay, well, let's throw this on. I'll keep that active. But here comes the fun part, Berserker. Okay, Berserker, whenever you're super ends, you gain a temporary bonus damage, weapon damage. So let's say, for instance, you choose get like 20 kills. Okay, exaggeration. Obviously, you probably won't, but whatever. The duration and strength of that bonus increase. This blah, 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 blah. The duration and strength of this bonus is increased based on the number of combatants you defeated with your super. So let's say, for instance, I'm running this in PvP. Well, I just now went crazy and just destroyed 6 people. Let's say I wiped the whole team. Now, I don't think that would ever happen. I've only done it twice in ever history of me playing at least Mayhem, which is really good to use because if you're running Mayhem and you have a hand cannon that just destroys, this is your best friend. Really cool to use. That means you have a times 20 bonus damage, which is what it is. Plus, your duration is longer for that, which means it's going to last probably about, I think it's like 4 minutes is the lasting of it. I don't know exactly, but useful to have. Unstoppable shotgun. Now, I've heard this one's good to keep, but I don't know exactly. I haven't really messed with it enough. But it can be kind of cool. It really just depends on you. But me being a medic and being the guy running well, casting solar restores you to full health and shields instantly. So I'm obviously gonna unlock this. My next unlock, I'm gonna talk about right now. My next unlock, because I'm almost there. You can tell, almost there. My next unlock, it's gonna be amazing. My next unlock is actually going to be here, Thermal Blooming. Now, what this does is rapidly defeating combatants with solar or stasis melees attacks creates an orb of light power for your teammate members, fire team members. So it means basically if I'm punching everybody, all right, cool. Say here, come get this. I'm punching everybody. It's crazy, but I'm only have to be running solar. So this is only for void. Garbage. Waste of fucking time. Don't even try to get it. Especially it's dumb to do that way. So this is my new load, and we're now going to adapt around it. So let's go ahead. Not change very much, but we are going to change this guy, which is hand cannons. And I could do another upgrade, but if I do that, it's going to kind of drop me a little bit. So I'm leaning kind of away, and I'm not going to. So here comes the hard part. So everybody knows that if you run a solar, which is what I'm trying to go for here, solar's great, but I have to have an upgrade module. Not really my best forte on this because I want to keep this active and I want to get at least one of these active. Need 6 in order to do this. So I'm actually going to upgrade. Oh, I'm pushing my luck here. You know what? We're doing it. Okay, well, I guess I masterworked that. That's fine. And we're gonna put hold. I don't know why I chose to masterwork it. That's stupid. Oh, it actually did help me a lot. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna masterwork. Now this is now my master build. Now what's gonna happen is because it's been masterworked, I'm gonna work around that. My next piece of awesome armor to do is Ascendance, is to do my obviously my Phoenix Protocol, which will be my next. It'll be pretty awesome to have. Now, to kind of give you an idea of what everything looks like when I have it fully equipped, this I have a 1241 gear with a 10 plus a plus 10 bonus. Now, what that means is it's how much more do you get when you get your next piece of armor. Which, if you look at the blue bar above me, I'm super close to another level. Almost there. So, pretty simple. Next bonus is through seasonal artifacts. That comes in handy for when more mods are. More mods. Alright, so because I have no mods active on some of mine, these will come in handy for when I absolutely definitely need it. Dragonfly effect. You know what? I'm gonna throw this. Boss spec for this one is kind of dumb. Don't really use it. So yeah. I am now going to go to the tower and get my Phoenix Protocol updated, and I'm obviously gonna do my grips, which are super helpful for me. Alrighty, let's see. Probably should update one of these. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna keep the crappy armor on, unfortunately. Go over to the tower. Yep. It's one of the reasons why. Going over to the tower with crappy gear on, yes, it may look like crap, but put it on so you can get better looking gear. It's what it is, man. It's stupid, but it's worth it. Gives you good gear, sometimes it gives you crap gear. Alright, second, after I'm done with this, I'm going into a Nightfall ordeal. I'm gonna try to do 100k. My leveling score right now, I think, is. What am I? Okay. It should be. Is. Okay. My furthest I've gone is 80,350. I'm trying to go for that awesome all the way going in. Oh, it's so cute. Really? Really? Ugh. Unity Bond is seriously here? Ugh, they're terrible. Oh, one of our new members. It's kind of cool. All right, so I'm gonna head over to the thing here. Saying a ton of gear for now. As you can see, now I have like this gear that's like, okay, what the heck, you know? One, and like I said, run crappy gear gets you better leveling. Okay, so like right now I'm a 152, but I have those things that are going to put me above. See, whenever I put that to there, it doesn't look. So, what's going to happen is now that I have this on and other gear, oops, that I'm still at my level, but I'm only at a 1240. Not the best thing to have. I think I might want to update my Xenophase. My Limit. Thanks, Dark. Alright, let's do a more of these. This is where I have to decide, okay, am I keeping this or am I the ideal moment? I'm keeping a bunch of these because they're gonna be handy. They're gonna come in handy for later. All right. Now, like I was saying before, if you had shouldn't have done the ascendant shards, but I could do it. Problem is it do my bad juju. Bad to have pulse rifle. Not crazy, but this one also helps me with getting a super quicker. Best option in the world, but you know, you never know. Now, like I was saying before, if I'm running crappy gear, it gives me the chance to pull higher stuff. So, like, for instance, we're doing it now. Crappy gear. Now, I don't want to go through the long freaking quest of getting bad juju, so I am going to go ahead and pull bad juju now. But remember, I'm also running a crappy. Oh, I know what I'm. Okay, guess where we're going. Grind out material. I'm going for Epic. I'm going for material now. This is just intoxicating. I could go to the spider, but I need points for those. I'm grinding out material instead of doing the other stuff, which is not. It's messed up. Oh, this is stupid. I shouldn't be getting material and traveling other places too. Minutes I will be switching to PC variant of this because I. Okay, so we chest. Get off. Should be right here. This is weird. I can't. Oh. Side. Wait, what? You have to save. What? Keep them both just in case. Alright, so that's one down. Where is this thing? Here. The kitchen. Conspicuous. Okay. That one's done. One's in a weird. Fastest way to get your material. Do that. Or you could go ahead and go spider. But I don't want to do that. After this, I will need to go ahead and do hidden a thing. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. I turned off my webcam because it's acting funny right now, so just turned it off. So sorry if you can't see my prettiness, but there you go. That's just Ow, that hurt.
Your allies back with one kill.
Stupid snipers. Wow, bitch boy motherfucker. Fucking anteater. Salty. Bad grip. Oh, okay, works. Okay, guys, so obviously you know that I'm gonna be ending. I tried out my Ace of Spades. It's pretty good. I probably will never use it, but it's good. I'm not a big fan of hand cannons. I don't really use them all the time, but that was fun to use it this time. I don't really think I'm ever wanting to use it. I could continuously go for it, but knowing that hand cannons are pretty useful, I'm probably not gonna. Um, but yeah, let's do. Um, I'm gonna put something else on for my character, and hopefully we can go from there. I am gonna switch up one thing. Um, this, which is unstoppable. It's gonna be helpful because I am gonna be starting to use Ace of Spades in actual gameplay, and we'll see what happens. Um, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and host, and follow to make sure that you guys get notified when I get on for Twitch. And don't forget to hit that bell because I do go live pretty much every day. I usually get on about 2 p.m. PST time till about 6 p.m. 4 p.m. is usually when I try to start getting in. Oh, hey, let's kind of calm it down. Let's get it off. But we'll see if we can kind of get another kind of go. Also, I am going to be doing a Titan one. I will probably be running my Hunter later on. Don't know if it's going to happen. We'll see. Appreciate you guys, and for anybody who participated in my chat, thank you so much. See you guys next